Come here. Get off.
Hey y'all. So, we figure it's a good time to revisit. Are you ready?
Know Your Tropes with Kenrya and Erica. I can't remember. I cannot fucking remember the melodies.
There was that part. But
Yeah.
this time we're going to put a little bit of a spin on it. Instead of talking about tropes that are prevalent, that everybody sees all the time, we want to talk about shit that we would like to see become tropes. Yeah. So, I'll start.
Okay.
One trope that I would really love to see, and it's interesting because we kind of talk about this when we talk about the kind of books that we like, how we like gentle books where like people don't do dumb shit. They just have conversations around adults.
Nigga, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, here's what I'm feeling. I want a therapy trope. I want books where folks have already done some work and are healthy and they're dating while they're healthy. And so when shit comes up, when they feel jealous because this nigga's ex just texted, they can be like, hey, this makes me feel this way. And I don't like this shit. And here's what I would like to do. And then their partner is able to have an honest conversation with them about what the fuck is going on. So it doesn't mean that there's no drama or that there are no things that happen, that people act like adults and have conversations and are healthy and model with healthy relationships with like, you looking at me like that sound boring as hell.
Yeah, I mean, I like trash.
See, I don't.
Like trash TV. I mean, and this is the same person that like love a good novella because they cut out the bullshit. But yeah, I definitely. I mean, like I don't know how
things still happen.
Someone write it.
Happen,
yeah,
but you resolve it rather than like I was just reading a book that we were considering for the show and had to cut out because there's rape. Yeah,
trigger warning.
Sorry about that. But at some point, like this chick is with her new boo, and his ex comes into the place where he works, and he's like, "This is my new boo. We not fucking no more." And she like slashes his tires and keys his truck and all of this shit.
Ooh,
yeah, so toxic. Like things like that can still happen in these books, but then you actually have a real good conversation about it rather than keying a nigga's car and slashing his tires.
Okay, you just cut out all the
but
juicy stuff.
The stuff still happens. You just deal with it better.
You just deal with it. Okay, whatever. All right. I mean, I think you know what so the trope. I don't even know if it's a trope, but one of the tropes I'd like to see is like better use of condoms,
like safe sex.
I mean, I think we've done a good job of finding like good safe sex. I will be honest, dental dams.
Yeah, I've never done that.
But
or any. Yeah. I mean, I just don't do oral
with a condom.
Okay, that's not true. I actually have done oral with a condom before because we were still trying to get test results back. It's not great. And flavor condoms are usually small, so you can't even get the full situation.
Yeah, no. So but I do think that in media, in books and film, when we start to normalize these things, then it makes it easier to happen in your, in real life. So yeah, I'd like to see more like condom something. Like maybe there's like always a gag about a condom that always gets, like, putting the condom on my neck or something, something like that. But, like,
you gotta make that face too.
Just something. Yeah, sorry. Y'all can't see. But yeah, so something along those lines of like
making
just,
sure that the sex
I'm thinking from a way of like, how do we normalize these things to make them healthy for people?
I wonder what other.
I definitely sound like the fun police.
Sex practices are there that you can do realistically?
STD conversations.
Which is somebody would just tweet it literally yesterday. They was like, y'all niggas is out here fucking raw without requiring an STI check. Like,
So I watched 90 Day Fiance. before the 90 days, and Ed
Okay, so I
and
actually
Rosemary.
saw that episode because, my partner also likes trash.
Ooh,
Well, he doesn't love
know
that
he
show,
liked
but he
that
chases
show.
it enough that he was able to fill me in, and we watched that episode last week.
Yeah, I mean, mind you, this man looks like the Mucinex booger.
Oh,
but
that's not
we're gonna.
nice.
I do not like making fun of people's talking about people's looks
He's an
only because
interesting
you can't
looking
help
person.
it. And he would, if he was in a lineup, you would say he resembled a
You're not
Mucinex
wrong.
booger.
Damn.
And he was like, "Hey girl, take an STD test." Okay, I get it. But then she's like, "Well, you do it too." He was like, "Well, I don't want to take one in your nasty country."
No.
I mean, he
But
didn't say
essentially-
that, but it was along those lines of like, "Well, I don't want to take one here. I'll take one when I go back to the States." I think
Right.
the fuck not. You comfortable with me getting poked over here? You gonna get poked over here, or ain't nobody poking nothing. So, yeah.
Oh,
But
shit, she
all that to
was
say,
upset. I saw like she left him like sitting
was.
at the cafe for like 3 hours before she showed up. I was like,
Uh-huh.
okay.
yes, girl, yes, girl. I'm all for these queens. You gotta see last week's episode. It was hilarious.
Is that the
But
one with the
anyway,
mouse?
I
The
digress.
rat? She was like, a mouse. I
Right.
think. I was like, bitch, that looks like a full grown rat.
And the rat was
She
sick.
was just laying there. I was like,
Because ain't no healthy rat moving, laying there like that. That rat was like, just give me just a little bit of water, please. Oh,
whole thing.
but anyway, Americans behaving like
that's
Americans.
real. And that, I mean, is that I think we've talked about this, about how like I keep my shit on my phone and require it.
Yeah, I keep mine on my phone, and it's always, it feels better for me. It's easier to have this conversation when you're with have that STD conversation when you're with someone that's like, oh yeah, I keep my shit on my phone too, and so I feel like if there's more healthier practices about that, then it's not as awkward or difficult to be like, oh, well, let me run to my doctor, or, that kind of thing. You got any other tropes you want to see?
I do, although I'm not sure how much of it is a trope or just me being nasty, but like, you know how there's some porn that has like stories, and then there's some porn where it just opens on somebody's ass cheeks, bust open. Like,
busting it open.
I, as someone who reads erotica constantly, because I'm always looking for something for the show, would love it if I didn't have to always search for the sex scene. If there was a trope where that shit just open on sex.
Yeah.
And gives us a good scene
thing.
in every chapter. Just nasty.
I think the difficulty is we find ourselves, we thought we started this show thinking we just find like a bunch of brown sugars. And we haven't.
We've had to expand.
Because I
right?
think we've found ourselves looking at more romance novels that have really great sex scenes in them. And I think it's difficult finding, I don't want to say this to like downplay or speak ill of erotica that we've read, but I've found it difficult to find good erotica. I mean, there are books with somebody busting it open on every page, but the story is really weak.
Like, I want something that has a good mix of that, right? That has like more sex per page or per 10 pages. Yes, like give a scene,
high sex.
Hey. And
yeah.
I mean, yeah, shit. There's movies like that. They have NC-17 ratings. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm fine with an NC-17 book. Yeah, so we want more like, I don't need a real story. I want somebody fucking real good.
I'd be okay with that. That's not problematic. Because sometimes that's what those are.
Sometimes it is. Yeah.
And obviously that features
black
bodies being black as fuck.
So we will continue to look for them. If y'all have any suggestions, please let a bitch know. All right.
This has been
that's the
Know Your Tropes. Kenrya.
And want more from them.
Yes. And want more from them. Do the thing again. Thanks. Bye. Oh, we've been Kenrya and Erica. Two hoes.
Making it clap.
Not even close.
Not even.
This episode was produced by us, Kenrya and Erica, and edited by Ballistic. The theme music is from Brazy. We want to hear from y'all. Send your book recommendations and all the burning sex and related questions that you want us to answer to the turnonpodcast@gmail.com. And please subscribe to the show on your favorite podcast app. Follow us on Twitter at the Turn On Pod and Instagram at the Turn On Podcast, and find links to books, transcripts, guest info, and other fun stuff at the turnonpodcast.com. And remember, the Turn On Podcast is part of the Frolic Podcast Network. You can find more podcasts that you'll love at frolic.media/podcast. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you soon. Bye!